All right, folks, we're back, and we should be getting into the next game here soon. If Jake's not here, just Pokemon Skype, by the way. That worked last time. But it'll be PiLiPiLi versus NoRegreT. Also, congratulations to the winner of the McChicken draw here. It was Regeltus. Regeltus has also been around the channel for a very long time, so I'm really happy to see him win. He did not have the most tickets purchased, but he did have a lot. I think he purchased like 500 for that, so that's 2 successful giveaways, guys, with a Big Mac and a McChicken sauce. Yo, McDonald's, can you fucking sponsor us, please?
I'm taking. I don't mind it.
I mean, if they're going to give Nate money to dress up in a fry suit, I'm just saying. Anything should be possible. I know folks are like laughing about like what a stupid giveaway and blah blah blah, and it is. Don't get me wrong, it is absolutely dumb. But people on the IRL stream asked for it, so we're gonna make it happen. BaseTradeTV is nothing if not accommodating. But yeah, the semifinals match will be interesting. So Jon Snow and Panda Bear and me have already played. Jon Snow with a 2-0. Congratulations, will be the winners match. So winner of this next series will fight against him. It'd be really interesting to see whether it's PiLiPiLi or NoRegreT. I think a lot of favoritism goes to PiLiPiLi. NoRegreT hasn't had the toughest opponents up to this point, and PiLiPiLi is certainly a big step up. But NoRegreT kills Koreans with all-ins, so I don't know what to say about that, really.
Yeah. No, I'm feeling quite good about NoRegreT. Yeah, PiLiPiLi is a big step up, I agree, but he seems to be doing very well. Korean ladder, Korean tournaments.
Also, I guess we haven't shown this off for a while, but for those who may be lurking and don't know what the Bit Boss battle thing is about today, it's a big event for today only. 47ness is currently the Bit Boss with 33,358 health. Every time you cheer or donate to the channel, it will do a corresponding amount of damage to the Bit Boss. Whoever's the Bit Boss at the end of the stream will win a ticket to BlizzCon. This is something I purchased personally for this specific purpose, so it's not like some third-party ticket retailer, well, maybe you'll get screwed out of this later. No, the idea is that whoever wins, I'm just going to change the name on the ticket and give it to you. So, yay! But of course, let's say, for example, 47ness gets knocked out by the combined efforts of literally 10 people. He will still have a consolation prize with the Risk StarCraft 2 board game. Whoever's the most bits cheered through the day. So one way or another, we do want to give away the board game. It was signed in gold pen by all the folks over at Austin. In fact, I will make this bigger for just a moment so you guys can see it a bit better. Woo!
Woo.
Just tweeting PiLiPiLi versus NoRegreT, and boom. Should be good to go as soon as the vetoes are done.
Yeah, and they should be vetoing. Should be chatting. So, how's your day?
Played a lot of catch-up. How about you?
Good one. It's a good one.
I still think my David Kim joke is the Band-Aid one when we were doing the drunk stream is probably my proudest moment on stream.
I agree. That's pretty good. No. I'm okay. And I'm going to make sure to tell my mom this too, because she'll be the most proud of me, but I took care of a spider in the house.
Whoa! Like on your own?
I know. And not by just letting the cats take care of it or by squashing it, because I don't want to hurt it. You know, it's nice and it doesn't want to hurt me. And it probably just came in with a big box that I got. But
so it's your fault.
Well, stop pitching rides on boxes, please. But I just scooped it up and then I calmly, got it outside. It didn't attack me or anything. And I just, I'm only brave in front of spiders if I'm with someone else who doesn't like spiders. But if I'm alone, usually I freak the fuck out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. So
life qualities in a partner, obviously I'd be very happy if they had a good butt and sexy legs, but if they just take care of all my spiders for me, that's bare minimum requirements for a relationship right there.
Oh, but then I had to clean my hermit crab cage, and I had to go outside and go into a bunch of flowers
hermit
and stuff.
Crabs are like sea spiders, man. How are you okay with those?
No. But spiders are spiders. There's no equivalent. I'm also not afraid of tarantulas. Small things that jump or move quickly that can get into my hair is basically what freaks me out.
You're an elephant. You're literally an elephant. You're like, a mouse? Fuck that! It's so tiny and fast. I can't deal with this. Mythbusters proved it.
Rifkin. That's fucking rude. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna forget this. Because elephants don't forget.
They don't forget.
And they don't forgive.
An elephant that never forgets to kill. Citizen snaps.
Alright, that happened. Anyways, I felt like I had bugs on me for the next like 2 hours.
Oh, dude, that sucks. I hate that. You'll like feel like a little bit of like hairbrush against you or something, and you're like, oh, what the fuck was that?
And there's so many cicadas that are out now. I didn't even know, but there's like so many of them that like didn't molt completely, so I'm just like, ah, and they're not doing anything. Oh god.
They so loud. It's like I hate watching
yeah.
anime, dude. Always in the background, always summertime.
Yep.
Alright. Well, we're getting into game. I don't think we missed any subs, but in case we did, just a blanket thank you to anybody that is cool enough to support the channel. While they're not sponsoring this tournament, Twitch does sponsor us, and more subs is more power through that. Spawning in the top left side of the map, though, we've got the blue Zerg player, NoRegreT.
The bottom right is the red Protoss. He is PiLiPiLi. Like my chant? I like my chant. Yeah.
What are we doing here?
It's on Central because no one said anything about servers.
Well, I guess for those who don't know, it is default favoritism to America, so if PiLiPiLi wants the home field advantage, he's totally allowed to just say F you NoRegreT, you shouldn't be in Korea playing. But PiLiPiLi is probably... There's some guys in this who... I almost wish StarCraft players were more ruthless sometimes, and I think it has a lot to do with like the bland boringness that is like, oh, I'm nice and happy and accommodating. It's like, no, fuck you. My server, why are you in Korea? I'm going to win this qualifier. See you later, NoRegreT.
I mean, I know there's a certain amount of just like leeway, which is understandable. So for a lot of people, like the fact that it's Central versus West is not that big of a deal. Just like for me, it's not that big of a deal when I play on Europe. It doesn't bother. But I understand what you're saying, because it also kind of sucks to be in that awkward position where you're like, no, I definitely deserve to ask for what is put in the rules, but then I don't want to be the only person that asks for it. So.
My logic is, at the end of the day, if a player like Alive can, for every single week for a year, show up for the Corsair Cup and play on Europe, where there is no server preference, no matter how you paint that picture, and still finish top 4, like almost weekly, I think the difference of West and Central shouldn't be that big of a deal. But that is also me being a not player, speaking strictly from a absolutely snooty caster point of view.
Snoot.
It just, I guess, I've always, you guys know this about me, I've always been a big fan of like Nurgio when he was being super BM. Like I feel like StarCraft is great, the game is awesome, but the players could add more to it, and there just isn't any flavor a lot of the time.
Which is weird, because South Korean food's known for being very spicy.
Shut the front door. Alright, so Pro's gonna see this and maybe throw in a pylon? No, not worth it. Barely had the minerals anyways. So that won't really delay NoRegreT's third, but PiLiPiLi's probably just like, a third? NoRegreT, what are you doing?
No, what's gonna be surprising is a third with drones. Saturated! Oh, lordy. Which
Well,
I'm pretty sure PiLiPiLi is gonna try and double check.
Yeah, we haven't actually talked a lot about it because we've seen him play one way today, but the thing is, NoRegreT actually isn't just an all-in player anymore, which is kind of cool, I guess, but whereas, like, say a year ago even, you would only see him all in and have no other opportunities to play. I think he's actually improved a lot since he went to Korea, and I don't think he's become like a new GSL all-star quality player or anything, but he's definitely more than just the all-in player he once was. So third base and drones, yeah, I think we would have actually made fun of this and been like, what are you doing? Are you drunk? A while ago? Nowadays for Jake, I don't think it's such a big deal.
No, it's funny though, because you know, like I think a year ago at this point, he basically said like, I'm not gonna be focusing on being a pro gamer. I'm gonna focus on a bunch of other stuff, you know. And you see it, and you see how he was playing after. That was after the GSL thing, and you're like, okay, it makes sense. But then I don't know, like the casualness, the freedom that he has. I don't know what it is about the mixture, but he's actually doing very well on the ladder with all of the different races. And yeah, he's performing quite well across a variety of strategies and builds too. So I feel quite good about him even winning this qualifier. But PiLiPiLi certainly has something to say about that, being kind of the I think, what you can kind of call the real up-and-coming North American hope. Like, everyone can talk about PiLiPiLi and be like,
well,
yeah, I've heard that name. Like, I've heard he's getting really good.
Not really North American, just throwing it out there.
Well, you know...
He's like from Kazakhstan or someplace really odd, too.
Yeah, but does he have a passport in both countries?
I don't know how it works. I just remember he's actually run into issues with that in the past. I mean, I consider PiLiPiLi a North American player because he lives and plays in North America. Same way, like, True might be a Korean player, but if he spends a year in North America, he's a North American player.
Oh, yeah, he is.
With the way he's been playing lately. Oh, boom! Bam! Shots fired! But, no, in all seriousness, like, I really, for me, I think at the end of the day, I classify players based on the region they're playing, not their play style or skill, I guess.
Well, I guess a little murky, I guess, with NoRegreT. NoRegreT didn't even play in the ladder qualifiers, which would be shocking if, I guess, he wasn't playing in this qualifier today. Priorities. But a third CC, nope, no Terrans here. Third Nexus does get canceled, despite there being pylons ready. Depth attack gets cleaned up too.
This was actually
the banelings, nice control.
I was gonna say really nice control. He could have just let those slip and wasted them on the adepts, but realizing he could clean up with lings. I like that he actually pulled back after the first couple of hits. Also, Dalem apparently just not only cheered to stab at the boss once again, bought a shirt. So fuck yeah, Dalem! Thank you so much. Also, I hope you don't mind that we're condensing your name because it's just a lot easier to say it that way. But either way, thank you for that.
It's UD alum too, so like we're totally wrong.
Oh, is it?
Like a college alumni. Yeah, you said that.
Oh shit. Wait, how do I say his name? I want to do it properly. How do I say that?
The proud UD alum. Like
okay.
Alumni.
Damn it, that does make sense.
I know, right?
The proud UD alumni. Thank you for buying the shirt, sharing all the bits today. Unfortunately, as you can tell, I didn't go to a college, so I don't know how to say names or read.
Yeah, that's
I am not an alumni anywhere.
God.
Feels bad, man.
We also have a couple of new subs. Thank you to Kilmo for the new sub, Goat Boy for 7 months, and Blue Zoo. Maybe we got that one for the new sub.
One day he's gonna grow up to be a goat man. It's gonna be scary.
It's not. You're just gonna mess with people and steal hot dogs and say things and leave.
I'm just saying.
Is there an 8th guy?
If you're
no, oh well.
The legend of Goatman summed up in 30 seconds or less.
That's really what it is. It bothers me so much.
God damn it. 4th base on the way. Also, shout out to Ryok89. 2 months back to back. Just want to say I love the Ace IDK emote. Not sure if real or trolling. I
just love that, like, it perfects my emoticon to ever need. Oh, that's not a wall!
Well, it is, but there's nothing blocking it. It's a doorway without a door.
Okay, well.
Oh, if he holds position on these probes, he'll get a lot of them really, really low. Stacking up like this was a good move out of PiLiPiLi, but he's still going to lose 13 and almost even lose to the Nexus. Oh my god. NoRegreT's not going to get it, but if he had actually killed this base, that would have been devastating. Still a lot of probes being transferred around, and his awkward lack of mining for PiLiPiLi. Look at that income fall short, but NoRegreT, does he have enough to stop the counterattack? The army supply isn't quite there, but the type might not be bad. It's Lings, Banes, and Hydras.
Yeah. If the force field's missed, it could be disastrous for PiLiPiLi, but I'm sure he knows that as well, and knows that he has a chance to win here, as long as he's precise. Oh, jeez. Good. Okay, keep it down. Like, way different from what I was talking about. He's linked to him, actually. Like, and that still really affected how many times he's got hit with the splash. The end going from the back, too, so got a couple of adepts. NoRegreT, though, can't spend all of his money. He's having a severe larva problem. I think you just screamed about True. It looks like PiLiPiLi is about to win. If NoRegreT had 800 more minerals, 400 more gas, and banelings and hydras, that could be very different. No. Or get taken out the warp prison. I think either one of those.
So many of these immortals have their barriers still too. Maybe it could have been a different battle if he had been able to knock those down, but PiLiPiLi takes the game.
Yeah. Is it done? Nugget's like attacking my feet right now, but like in the cutest, softest way.
Oh. By the way, sincere apologies. Ooh, some more bits coming in. Thank you very much to Magic in Use. Hi guys, got my first bits and been sharing with my favorite streamers. You rock. Aw, thank you, Magic in Use. apologies, because I kind of forgot that with the Scarlet Focusrite now being taken out of my sound setup, a lot of the sound condensing's gone, so I forgot I can't really yell, and that's my bad. I'm sorry. I'll try and keep note of that as we go forward with the cast.
It was such a good burn.
Alright, what's map number 2 as we hop into it?
Defender's Landing, finally a new map.
Ah. I actually really hate this map, to be honest.
Oh, I hate it too. I don't hate it as much as Blood Boil. There we go. But I don't like it. I don't like it because everyone all-ins me. And I don't all-in them back. I'm not an all-inner.
Just the tip?
Is that how you macro?
It's like it's a little bit of harass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, the tip just puts a little bit of harass. Okay, you know what? Stopping right there, hopping into game. It is map number 2. Say it fast, say it fast, say it fast, say it fast. Hey, I thought I already shouted him out. Either way, 2 months.
You did?
Back again. Thank you for that sub. But trying not to yell.
Oh, that's right. You're supposed to change the.
God, you're so dumb, Zombie Grub. Jesus.
You're fucking. Shut up.
That escalated quickly. Quick reminder, again, for those who haven't seen the brackets, type !brackets in chat. You can see the entire losers bracket, all that good stuff. Folks still competing in it. Jason's still pushing his way through best he can. Panda Bear Me, etc. We are in the winners bracket so far, but Jon Snow is waiting to fight the winner of this particular best of 3 in the winners finals. Now, only one player will qualify through this. However, all the folks who are not actually competing to win, or excuse me, that sounds very bad to phrase that. All those who are competing / who won't win, they'll get knocked out. We're looking for performance and race for the invite spot later. So, for example, if all Zergs qualify through all the qualifiers, God forbid, we'll definitely be inviting a Terran or a Protoss. That being said, we'll be looking for those who make it really far into the bracket. So again, somebody like Juggernaut Jason had a terrible start to the day, but he brings it back through the losers bracket and makes it to like the losers finals. That's like a really good candidate to invite back to the main event. And yeah. I like doing invites this way quite a bit. I know that the history of StarCraft has been, invite the big names and show them off, flash them to the crowd and get the fans hyped. I really like the idea of rewarding somebody like with a revival. Like, oh, you actually played really well, so I think you'll give us good games in the main event. And actually, we've had some pretty good luck, because it's mostly been through Ting, of course, but I think every time we've invited people, they've shown pretty good games. Tempo says, ooh, use a Focusrite? That's my next purchase. Do research, dude. Mine is fucked, and I'm really mad about it. It just randomly makes me go robotic, and no amount of drivers or updates seems to fix it. It is stupid. It was happening as a DreamHack, too. But anyways, we are getting into game number 2. Had a bit of a remake as we swapped to the West Coast server for this one. Bottom left side, we have the red Protoss. Up 1-0, it's PiLiPiLi.
In the top right, as the blue Zerg, he is NoRegreT.
Fix camera real quick. Sorry about that, guys. That's something I hope they fix in patch 3.14.
We'll see.
I just really feel like they missed the opportunity to do something with pies for that. Like, it bothers me so much. Like, here you are. You've actually had enough iterations to your game over like 12 years to have a patch 3.4. You don't go for like a pie joke. You don't
14.
Release it on a pie day. Like,
3.4 would just be a regular day.
That's true.
Yeah, but 3.14 that would be an amazing day. Yeah, I don't think they will. Pie hats for everyone. You could choose cherry or blueberry.
Also, again, I appreciate all the little stabs literally at the Bit Boss. That reminder is right now 47th is the one in the running to win the BlizzCon ticket. Closer we get to the end of the broadcast, maybe the health will be low enough that somebody wants to snipe him off. But the reminder is at the end of the broadcast today. Whoever's name sits there in the Bit Boss window will be the person I reach out to give the BlizzCon ticket to. But of course, we also have some other cool prizes, like the StarCraft 2 Risk board game that, hell, the same person might win. They might just walk away with everything. Or the Constellation prize, yada, yada, yada. You guys have seen the screen, but if you haven't, check it out on the BaseTradeTV Twitter. We got all the rules and the walkthrough of how it works over there. That being said, it's worth noting, while we're having this today, tomorrow morning we're going to be back 9 a.m. So a little bit earlier than like a normal Corsair Cup timing, but we're going to be having the European qualifiers happen tomorrow, so you guys can join in, and hopefully we'll get some good signups for that. I honestly don't know how many we will. The funny thing is, this might be the only instance in all of StarCraft 2 where we would have more NA players than EU. And not because it's a North American event, but because it's actually affordable for folks in Europe to go to Jönköping, even if they didn't qualify.
It's more like it's because there's an EU tournament happening otherwise.
No.
Maybe if GMAC is NA, it might be different.
I really wanted Optimus to win that until I learned that he hates ketchup and was a pineapple eater.
Someone tweeted recently they liked pineapple pizza. It wasn't really important. I wanted to shove it in everyone's face, but I couldn't remember. I had pineapple on my pizza 4 days ago.
All of the Overwatch characters. That was a good way to get me to quit the game.
Was that what it was? Great. Perfect. That's what yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jeff Kaplan said, well, secret fact about the Overwatch characters, they all love pineapple on their pizza. I'm like, I refuse to believe that Reaper likes pineapple on his pizza. This is pandering.
Yeah. But there is a Ling attack on the way, much as we've seen before from NoRegreT. 3 bases, but not at all saturated. Even less so, I think, than the one it is versus Terran. It's 16 drones, and that's it. This you could scout just by sending a probe into the natural and seeing how saturated that was.
This was a pretty late wall, but it was a very clutch one because he got it up in time to stop the attack from running away. I'm actually a little bit curious. Like, NoRegreT, I love his playstyle with these Lings. I'm just wondering why he doesn't Overlord drop them, because PiLiPiLi has literally nothing. There's not even a single pylon in the main. He's so vulnerable to an Overlord drop.
I mean, if NoRegreT knew that, then absolutely, but he did not set up his Overlords at all. You're totally right. There's 2 choices here. You could either go for like the all-in with the Ling drops that has more emphasis on the Ling drops, or you could just go for like the earlier Ling all-in with just basic units, no evolution chamber.
Yeah.
Because, mind you, at 16 drones, could even really afford an evolution chamber.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Maynard, for the host. I hope you had a great stream, dude.
Yeah,
teamwork.
Cool. This is really disastrous, though. Like, NoRegreT cut so hard.
Yeah.
So he's behind on economy, he's behind on tech.
That means
he's going to have such a difficult time dealing with the shades because defender's landing is so short. Like, it's one shade gets in the middle, and the second shade gets into, like, your natural mineral line, basically. It's going to be difficult to deal with. And if he goes for Banelings, which kind of have to, like, that's also going to be a big expense for what is a limited economy.
Yeah, the drone count being so incredibly low is going to just make things such a pain.
But man, had he had one Overlord in that main base, that was scary about PiLiPiLi. I'm surprised he let that happen too. I think he knew what type of attack was on the way, so he felt comfortable. But just like the chance of them going for an Overlord drop seems so large.
I just, maybe it's a stylistic thing and players are just not comfortable with it. But I've always loved seeing folks who do pull off Overlord drops well. And while sometimes it's game over mechanics that look silly and hilarious, it's cool when it ends up being harassed for the rest of the game. Like the Banelings keep dropping in, a couple Lings here and there, like for the next 4 minutes.
Sure. And then without a Stargate, you can really continue doing that, and it's something that PiLiPiLi didn't get. PiLiPiLi not in a hurry to end the game either. I think he knows how good a position he has, which one he has, but not want to over-dedicate, and it looks like NoRegreT just stopped droning and went into a Baneling all-in. That could potentially catch PiLiPiLi off guard. I mean, he's running right into the Banelings after all.
Someone's
they're already trying to hide them.
I think the Adept saw them. Even if they didn't. Well, it's going to go through and it's going to be a base trade if this is going to be the case? Question mark? No, the split's too good. The Lings abandoned ship. They dive through to the other side of the map, but the sentry waits and the force field will go down. Overcharges are good. A lot of sentries, a lot of force fields. And this is not going to work out for NoRegreT. This is going to work out terribly. GG. Sorry, I thought the game wasn't getting in there. I was going to say something else, but to bring it up now, someone's talking about how they don't want to spend money on bits, and that's totally fine, dude. It's worth noting donations will also deal damage to the boss. So if you really feel like the extra couple of bucks isn't worth your while, then don't spend it. Either way, donations and bits are what deal damage to the bit boss. BlizzCon tickets are sold out by all official sources, and at this point, you're scalping them. The nice thing is, BaseTradeTV, us, we've got a good reputation, so you know that you're actually getting what you, I guess, shoot for, so to speak. But that's going to be that. Wrapped up all nice and tidy. NoRegreT will fall to the losers bracket. We'll wish him the best of luck down there. We now go to the winners finals, and Fear Dragon, somewhere out there, is having a really hard time as his pants get tighter and tighter for some reason that he just can't explain inexplicably.
I got weird. He's eating too much pineapple pizza. I get it.
You're making that face, but you know it's true. You know, like, I'm not even exaggerating. You're like, Rifkin, I'm feeling grossed out because I know how accurate your statement is. Either way, shout out to Fear Dragon, the biggest North American StarCraft 2 fan in the universe. He's going to have a great time, hopefully, watching what is going to be PiLiPiLi versus Jon Snow coming up next. We're going to go to a break before that, and we'll set up a raffle for the t-shirt giveaway. So, again, part 2 for that, and we'll see you guys soon.